You're watching Co-op for Two. I'm Jesse. I'm here with Greg.
Thanks for having me on your channel.
And this is our Before You Buy It episode for Fast and Furious Highway Heist. So let's go down to the table and get a quick overview of the game.
In Fast and Furious Highway Heist, you and your fellow drivers race against the clock to complete one of three scenarios. It's a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players and will take about an hour or two to play. Despite appearances, it's a medium complexity game that may not be suitable for casual gamers. Mechanics include variable player powers, dice rolling, miniatures, simulation-style rules, and lots of spatial planning. Begin setup by having each player choose a character to play from a set of 6 and a car to play from a set of 4. Both characters and cards have different stats and different special abilities. Then select one of the 3 scenarios to play: Tank Assault, Semi-Heist, or Chopper Takedown. Each has their own large custom vehicle miniature, associated scenario board, custom card decks, and special rules pamphlet. Construct the scenario stunt deck based on the difficulty level you have chosen to play, and follow any other scenario-specific setup instructions found on the scenario board. Play takes place over a series of rounds, and during each round, players may choose their turn order. On your turn, you perform 2 actions, and then roll the enemy die to trigger enemy behavior. At the end of each round, a new card is drawn from the stunt deck, making a new stunt action available to players and sliding previous ones down. When the last stunt card slides off the board, the time is up and the game ends. Actions available to players include moving, leaping between vehicles, ramming vehicles, pushing vehicles, taking boost tokens, and performing stunts. Some actions require succeeding at a dice roll skill check, which is dependent on your specific character and/or car statistics. Boost tokens can be used to mitigate luck and modify die rolls in different ways, depending on whether you are using the token on yourself or to help another player. The enemy die causes enemy vehicles to move and attack players in different ways depending on the scenario. Stunt actions involve performing thematic acts of daring to advance the scenario and will gain you additional boost tokens. Players win if they complete the scenario-specific goal or complete the special last scenario-specific stunt before time runs out.
Fast and the Furious Highway Heist is a very unique, original game, which is very refreshing. It's a lot of fun, and it's very well produced. It's only like a $30 game, and you're getting a lot of stuff in the box, and it feels like a $50 or $60 game. You've got some exciting miniatures. You've got a tank, a helicopter. You've got this semi that has an opening and closing door, and a whole bunch of really cool cars that go with it. Everything has these little inlays, and there's a very sleek production where they made things very easy to read, easy to set up, and easy to follow along with a lot of nice little shortcuts and hacks, if you want to say that, to decrease the bandwidth of playing the game, but increase your enjoyment of the game. And it is very enjoyable to play. There's a ton of like cool car stunts you can do. It's very thematic. You can clothesline cars, you can flip them over, turn them into wrecks, smash them into a tank, or steal supplies out of this truck that you're hijacking. There's some great scenarios here to add some replayability. All 3 scenarios play very differently. You have some variety with combining different player characters with different cars, so there's some replayability there, and you're kind of watching almost a little bit of a story unfold with the different stunts that ends in sort of a different climax each time, which is quite enjoyable. Just thinking about playing the game and wanting to zoom around and do these stunts is a very exciting thing. So I think this is a very good win as a game, and definitely well worth the money, and a very team-driven game that you can work together with someone and have a lot of laughs, but also have an enjoyable gamer's experience.
Yeah, I agree. It's absolutely worth the money, and it is marketed. It looks like it's marketed as a mass marketed casual gamer, but it's not. The rules are fairly heavy. You're going to have to be a real gamer to play it, though you might be able to get away with playing it with kids if you ran the game. There are some fascinating decisions, some strategic long-term planning and short-term planning. One of the highlights of the game for me is it's like a little simulation with these chain reactions. So you're almost like playing in a little sandbox, watching things unfold. So even when you're losing, you're having fun watching like a little movie unfold and bad things happen. Um, the stunts are fun. Again, it's fun to play it even when you don't know what you're doing and you fail. I would say it is consumable after you play a couple of the scenarios, maybe twice each. You're going to start to get bored. And if there are no expansions, and there may not be expansions, but for the money, I would absolutely recommend it.
So there you have it. Definitely owe yourself to drop $30 on this sort of hidden gem for gamers. Sometimes you have to do it to see, like I'm not going to read off a script and neither are you, so you have to sort of like
I hear you.
feel it out.
Okay.
Is that your apology?
Not really.